Our first guest of the day, an event under the sea that is almost as big as the classic song itself. It's called Brews by the Bay. We have Megan Fellner from the Florida Aquarium joining me with a preview of the activities. In just a few minutes, Natalie will be joining us in the kitchen with a preview of the food samplings as well. And we have Carolyn, who's brought a special friend this morning. Good to see you guys.
Nice to see you too.
It was funny, you walked into the studio this morning and you're like, it feels like I was just here.
Yes.
This is one of the most popular events, backed by popular demand.
Absolutely. Brews by the Bay is every year at the Florida Aquarium, and we're so excited. We're back bigger than ever this year.
You said you actually, because it sells out so many years,
Yes.
that you've actually expanded a little bit today.
Yes, we've upped the amount of people that can come to the event, but we always sell out, so definitely get your tickets now.
And it's all to benefit some of our favorite friends that we have. I think this is the first time we've actually had a duck in studio. We never know what you guys are going to bring. And look, he's already trying to fly away.
Yes.
But introduce us to Duck.
Yeah,
Carolyn.
this here is a black belly whistling duck. Duck is one of our resident ducks at the Florida Aquarium. He lives in the wetlands area, and a lot of our guests get to know him really well because he is living at the aquarium because he was imprinted on people when he was young. He was an abandoned chick that was donated over to the SeaWorld.
Okay.
And so
and he's got an interesting name, Upduck.
Yes.
So when they were training him.
So they trained him to fly to your hand when you said Upduck. And he decided that he doesn't want to do that anymore. So it's up to him, but the name stuck. So now we call him Upduck, and everybody knows him well. So again, he is a black belly whistling duck.
So explain this variety of duck real quick, because I had not heard of that yet. And he actually makes a special sound.
He does. Now there are two types of whistling ducks that you can find around here, the black belly and the fulvous whistling duck. And he gets his name from a beautiful sound that he makes. Sometimes he's a little nervous.
We'll
so
see
I don't know
if
if
he can do it. I know.
Shy,
we brought the cell phone on to see if we could maybe coax him with some other sounds.
Upduck.
Maybe.
He's a little stage fright right now. We'll maybe try in a little bit again. But talk to us about this event. And again, we're going to get a sampling of the food in just a second. But kind of explain the setup. If somebody has not been yet, what should they expect?
If you haven't ever been to Brews by the Bay, get ready because there's over 100 beers this year that you can try. Wow. So definitely pace yourself.
Okay.
And we have over 30 local Tampa restaurants, and you're going to see Rue a little bit later. And we have Noble Crust coming, Doc B's. You're just going to be overwhelmed with the amount of food.
So is the aquarium, is everything open as it would if it's a normal business day?
Yep, you're going to be able to roam the aquarium, but the best thing about this event, it's 21 and up, so roam the aquarium with no kids around and enjoy a nice evening with your friends or maybe a date.
And the best part I hear too is this band that's going to be there.
Yes, we're so excited to have the Spasmatics this year, and they're this really cool 80s cover band, and they're actually pretty popular in Tampa. So.
All right, good stuff. Talk about what this money, obviously this is a fundraiser.
Yes.
What does this go towards? We touched on a little bit how Upduck is involved with that, but talk about what this does for the animals in the aquarium.
Yeah, so the Florida Aquarium is a nonprofit, so all of our money goes back into our animals, their health care, our conservation programs. You know, when we go out and save sea turtles and rescue and rehab them, that is what that money goes towards.
All right, how important is that, Caroline? Obviously you're working hand in hand with these animals every day.
It is very important. It's amazing to see, you know, how many animals really do need our help, and usually it's because of, you know, mistakes that humans have made. So to see that we give these guys a second chance when otherwise they wouldn't have one is an amazing thing to be able to do.
And I'm sure it's been a hard summer, obviously, with the big news being the red tide and seeing all the animals that have been injured all along the coast of Florida. Have you guys helped much at all with that? Have you guys?
We have gone down and helped Moat Marine with the stranded whales, and we've helped out with that. But luckily, the red tide hasn't come up in our area. But that's why aquariums are so important. We're here for the community, and we're here for our oceans to help with that recovery process.
Well, let's go ahead, put the details of the event once again before we send it over to the kitchen. Upduck, you were a little stage fright today, but that's all right. That just means you have to come back. He is cute. Again, there are the details, but let's go ahead, send it over to Natalie and get a preview of some of the food samplings.
Well, thank you, Carlene. And there's no doubt that there is going to be great food along with some great beverages at Brews by the Bay. And joining me with a preview is beverage coordinator, beverage extraordinaire, we're going to call him, from Rue and Dad's Restaurant Group, John Griffiths. John, welcome back.
Thanks.
So I'm excited because you were kind of giving me the ins and outs because you've been to Brews by the Bay. I have not, but you've always kind of got to go as a visitor, right?
I have, and it's been a lot of fun. I go every year, and it's one of my favorite events in Tampa.
I'll say that's a lot to be said because there's a lot of great events out there. But you know what else says that this is a great event? How quick the tickets go. And we're officially a month out, so now it is time to get your tickets. And of course, we have to shed light, like Carly was just talking about, on the actual grub you can get and the brews. What's Rue going to be making up for people?
So we're doing a really interesting dish. It's a crawfish boudin mousse on top of a salmon crackling with a beer batter Crispies and a sorghum ponzu caviar.
Okay, so I've got some questions for you.
Okay.
As you're creating food for an event at the aquarium, I'm told there are no crawfish, thankfully.
No,
that would be a little awkward, right, John? I'm just saying.
It would. We didn't want anybody to...
no hurt feelings?
Exactly.
Understood, understood. And of course, it's got the beer touch, which, you know, everybody's excited about that. So give us an idea of what it is. I can see a finished product right there, but I know you've got some you wanted to whip up here on the show. Yeah,
so we made a salmon crackling. So we took the skin from salmon, we salt cured it and baked it. So it's very similar to like a pig crackling or pork skin.
Huh.
We did a crawfish boudin mousse, which boudin is a sausage.
I'll say it sounds roux-y. It sounds roux-esque.
Very much so. It's we used a lot of the spices and a little bit of the pork that goes in our boudin sausage, as well as some crawfish and all those good seasonings. And we're doing a little bit of micro chive here.
Now, what I like about this as you're kind of assembling it for us is the fact that you can pick it up and eat it, which has got to be key for an event like this.
Absolutely, and we wanted to do something that really fit Rue as well as the theme of being around everything that is the aquarium.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do some of those flavors that reminded you of the ocean but still had that New Orleans flair.
And again, you don't want to upset any of the fish that are going to be on display either.
No,
I mean, I can just
not.
picture this like scene from like Finding Nemo or something, you know, wanting to know like, oh, what are they eating over there? So I'm glad you took that in consideration as well. No hurt fish feelings, right?
No.
Well, you know, we have to talk, of course, about the brews that are actually going to be featured. Here's what's crazy. 100? Is that what we're saying?
They're saying over 100.
I can't even imagine over 100 beers. And here's the best part about this event. I'm also told it's unlimited beer tastings.
It is.
They are opening themselves up, let me tell you, to a fun event had by all. If you have yet to go, this is a great opportunity to check out the aquarium. And I know one of the things we were talking about a little bit was how big the aquarium is, and they really utilize the space with music, disco. Do you remember all of that from when you were able to go?
Yeah, what's really great is all the exhibits are open, and so you can grab your beer, a snack, and walk around and enjoy everything that the aquarium has without so much of the crowd and kids running around. It's a really fun adult-friendly event.
See, he got to say the no kids part. I'm glad you took that line so I didn't have to, John. Well, thank you so much for coming in. And again, we are a month out. This event does go fast, so be sure to get your tickets now. Brews by the Bay, always a great event here in Tampa Bay, and we're so glad Rue's a part of it as well.
We're happy to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Good stuff.